You can come in. Can you close the door, please?
Yeah, so I'm not to see you naked.
No.
No.
Thanks for being here.
Hi, coffee beans. How's it brewing? I'm super excited because yesterday I got the Craft Kitsune Box in the mail for January. I'm really excited because it's all pastel clay. I used to make clay charms years ago, but I have not played with polymer clay since. Okay, so we got the camera changed so you can see me and my desk. So let's go ahead and open it so I can show you guys what we got and why I am so excited. So this is January. Polymer Clay Jewelry. Craft Kitsune, if you haven't heard, is all run by someone named Liz. It is a home business, so it's a lot different from those big companies like Sophie and Toffee or Let's Resin. And she does a lot of different types of crafts like resin, clay, multimedia, all sorts of different things. So I really wanted to support her because she is a home business, and I do have an affiliate link down below so you guys can get a discount on your first box. I love how her little pieces of paper also include instructions and supply tips. This is really helpful if you're a beginner or if you've never used polymer clay before. It says we got some Sculpey Primo, which I don't know if I ever used the Primo. I can't remember. So, oh my gosh, this is so soft. I am so excited to make these. I have so many ideas. So this even kind of says it's like specifically for jewelry because it says it's exceptional strength and it holds details. So the ideas I have are not necessarily jewelry like what they're showing here, but more so like little charms, like kind of kawaii charms, so I don't know. The other thing that was featured are these little star beads, which is Konpeito, and I am probably saying that wrong. I'm so sorry.
Konpeito.
Now I know that Konpeito is a candy. Konpeito? Konpeito.
Konpeito.
I know that it is a type of sugar candy in Japan, and I first saw it on Spirited Away with the Soot Sprites, as I'm sure many of us did. And I feel like they've kind of made a resurgence in popularity. What the heck? I feel like they've kind of made a resurgence in, oh my gosh, I can't open this. Okay. I feel like these have kind of made a resurgence in popularity because of Animal Crossing, because they kind of look like star fragments from Animal Crossing. I'm obsessed with these colors. These are so pretty, and I love they come in different sizes. There's some smaller ones. Oh my gosh. Look at how cute these are. Oh, it does. They look just like actual candy. It makes me want to eat them. Now, these are beads. I can see they have little holes in them to kind of put eye pins through or fishing line through. I have another idea with these. The polymer clay also came with this little rolling tube, so it'll make it easier to roll the polymer clay flat, which helps a lot. I don't really have very many polymer clay tools left, so I'm really happy that this was included. Okay, and last but not least is this little goodie bag of some extra tools. This is sealer for the clay. Dries in 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, you could use it on resin too. That's pretty sweet. I like it's a nice like kind of nail polish brush too. So that makes it so much easier to apply. Oh boy, I'm spilling it everywhere. We got some jewelry findings, like little jump rings, some wire jump rings, and it looks like little bracelet latches. That's pretty cool. No, there aren't any eye pins though, which is kind of a bummer. I think I have some eye pins though, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. This was interesting to me. It's almost like a gotcha ball. Like, I'm intrigued. What? Oh, I could make like a little mini terrarium Oh my goodness, that would be so cute. Like a little mini terrarium necklace or keychain. Ooh, that fits together really nice. Okay, and then the final thing are these little cutter tools, which is also really, really helpful because I don't have any cutting tools for my clay. Now, they're not like fancy straight edge cutting tools. These are just circular cutting tools. But look at the details you can get with these. Like, look at how small this is. Okay, we've got like a bunch of different sizes. I kind of like this. You could do either side. You could do this side or this side. Ideas, ideas. Okay. Well, we got a lot of good stuff. My brain is going a million miles a minute. I have so many ideas of what I could make. The main thing that I want to make features the Konpeito beads too. So it's gonna be an Animal Crossing one because that's what these reminded me of right away were star fragments. So I'm gonna attempt to make a little kawaii chibi Animal Crossing charm. One of the villagers, I'm not sure who yet, holding some of these star fragments. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna make a couple different Animal Crossing characters, and I'm gonna make some of the popular ones that you guys suggested on my Instagram. So thank you so much for helping me make up my mind. For my clay projects, I use this piece of tile. I got it at a hardware store, but you could also use a frame that you get at like the dollar store and just keep the glass, or even keep the glass in the frame itself. I've seen a lot of clay artists use that instead. And the reason I do that is because this is nice and smooth, so it makes it easy to build clay charms or pieces of art on. And if it's something that's really big that you want to bake, but you don't want to take it off of the surface you worked on, I could put this whole thing in the oven if I wanted to. So the first one I'm going to do is Marina, and she's actually one of my personal favorites. So I was really excited to make her. Her main color scheme is pink, so I'm going to be using this pink as well as a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of this hot pink. She, I think, is more closer to this color, but I want them to be more pastel, so I'm going to stick with this pink. This is the Sculpey Primo, which I haven't really worked that much with. It's very hard. So to get started, I'm actually going to mix a little tiny bit of this hot pink with this pastel pink that we got in the box to make a more vibrant pink, but is still kind of a pastel color. Because Marina is kind of like a brighter pink, but she's still kind of got that pastel aesthetic. So I'm gonna kind of roll it out into a log shape so I can cut off what I need for her head, which is like half her body. I'm gonna save this for her little arms. And a lot of the details I'm actually going to paint on. I'm not gonna try and make like miniature polymer clay eyes or anything like that. So a bunch of you helped me on Instagram. You helped answer me in my Instagram stories and on my Instagram post about who your favorite Animal Crossing character is. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then make sure you follow me on Instagram at BunnieDIY so you can get involved in some of my behind the scenes to help me with stuff like this, because sometimes I just cannot make up my mind and I need help deciding on what I should make. Okay, so I'm ripping off just the tiniest bit more of this color, rolling it into a tiny, tiny ball. Actually, I'm gonna roll it into like a little tiny sausage shape. And I'm gonna use one of my ball tools and just kind of gently poke it down like that. I'm also gonna take the tiny, tiny, tiniest bit of this beige, flatten it out. And take a little tiny itty bitty piece of black, like itty bitty. There we go. Oh, that looks so much better. And then attach that to my other piece. Let me kind of be more careful and make this a little bit more of a head shape. I I think her face is finally done. That took me way longer than it needed to, but I finally got the right shape, the right little nose. Now, I think this might be the trickiest part, is the rest of her body, because the tentacles, I think, are like, they look deceivingly simple. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. First, I'm going to roll this out into like a log so I can get all equal sizes. So we need 8. I think we also need a little torso to build off of. So I'm actually just going to use this light pink. Her torso is kind of a box shape, you know, or a cylinder shape. Pretty basic. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. How the heck am I going to attach the tentacles? I'm actually really happy with that. I'm gonna add like a little plug though to hopefully help that stay where I want it to. I'm actually really happy with that, guys. Oh my gosh, I almost feel like I want to bake it to like save my progress. Is that such a thing? Oh my gosh, look how cute! I need to make her little sweater. So thankfully her sweater is like this color, but it has like a really thin purple cuff along the bottom, the neck, and the sleeves. So alright, now she has kind of a purpley pink sleeve on one side and a light blue sleeve on the other side. So I have like this blue that I mixed up with this light pastel blue, and this blue gave me this blue, which is like perfect. But I need to add a little tentacle to the end of it, and I'm concerned about how that's gonna work. I almost feel like I want to start a tentacle and then wrap the blue around it. Let's try that. Okay, now I'm going to do the same technique with some purple. And I just realized I forgot to add the purple cuff to that, which is not going to be easy to fix. But before I add the other one, let me put the cuff on that one too. Okay, and the last thing is she needs a purple collar around the neck. Okay, I'm ready to attach the head, and I think the best way to do this is to make marks of thank you.
I love you so much.
I love you so much, baby. Okay, so I scored that side. Now I'm gonna score this side, and hopefully that'll help it stick together better. It's been so long since I've done anything with clay. I'm trying to remember all of the techniques. Look at how cute! Now the last thing I want to add before I bake her is a little bow that she has in the back of her head that's actually kind of hard to see. So all I'm going to do now is just take some rubbing alcohol with a Q-tip and clean up some of these spots, and then I'm going to bake it, and I'll be right back. Next up is Blue Bear. She is so cute. I think 2 or 3 of you mentioned her as being your favorite, so she is next. Okay, the last Animal Crossing charm I'm going to make today is Merengue, and I think I had a hard enough time with Marina. I think Merengue might be super difficult, so I think I might just make her head, because I have an idea for her head that I might be able to do. The charms are all out of the oven and it is time to paint them. I'm really happy with how they came out, except this one is just like the slightest bit wobbly, so I have to be careful in what way I put the star so that she's leaning backwards, but that's okay. That's really not that big of a deal. I picked out a bunch of paint colors. Some of them are lighter. I got a cream and a white and a brown for the eyes instead of straight up black, as well as gray, because I think black might be a little too harsh for the pastel look I'm going for. So Blue Bear is a little wobbly, so I'm going to add some UV resin to kind of glue her in place. Use this with my UV light. Alright, the paint is all dry, I think, or am I getting ahead of myself? No, it's dry. So now comes the fun part, because in this month's box, I got a replacement UV resin from Craft Kitsune of white UV resin, and this actually replaced a clear UV resin that came in last month's. But I'm going to mix this up a little bit with some cornstarch to make a thicker UV resin to create a really cute kind of frosting effect on meringue here. And with that resin, I am going to attach, instead of a strawberry for a horn, we're going to do a star piece for a horn. Ooh, so cute! Look at how cute she turned out! She's so small! Oh my goodness, and I love her holding the little star fragment! Oh shoot, she's so cute! Now, I think Blue Bear was suggested to me 3 or 4 times, and so of course I had to make her. She was probably the most popular suggestion of all of the Animal Crossing characters, and I don't blame you. Look at how cute she is! I love her color scheme with her little white sweater and her baby blue and the hot pink cheeks. I mean, shoot, she's so cute. I tried to get her eyes so she looked like she was looking up at the star fragment, which I think I kinda sorta got. Not completely. And her mouth is supposed to be open, like, in surprise. But look at how cute she is! And last but not least is Merengue. I love her. I actually had not seen this villager before until you guys suggested her. And I want to say 2 or 3 of you suggested her, so she came in at the second most popular. Instead of a star fragment, she has a strawberry on her nose because she kind of looks like a little dessert cake. But instead I used some of my white UV resin mixed with cornstarch to give her these sweet little meringue pipings and frosting pipings. I had a ton of fun making these polymer clay charms. Even though it's been a really long time since I've played with clay, it definitely wants me to work with it a lot more now. I do kind of think these turned out a little rough. I seem to remember my charms were a lot more smooth when I did them years ago, but I'd love to know what you think. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and if you want me to try polymer clay again, you can leave a comment below because I love to see your suggestions. I'm really not sure what I want to turn these charms into. I mean, I guess they could be magnets, keychains, necklaces. It's kind of hard for me to make up my mind. I'd love to know what you guys think. It was really fun posing them with my doll Malin, which was made by Honey Peach Doll. And they look really good with my mini house kit, so maybe I'll just leave them there. Make sure you subscribe before you go, and click the little bell to get notified of when I post. I upload videos every Monday at 9 AM Pacific Standard Time. Remember, this is part of Craft Kitsune, so if you like these charms, you can order your own box. I have a link below that'll get you a nice discount on your first box, so make sure you check it out. Liz is so awesome, and it amazes me that she puts all of this together by herself. So if you want to help support a small business, make sure you use that link. Thanks for watching, everyone! Love you, latte!